This is the Wizard News. "61 million Americans live with a disability. Finding a job can be even more challenging for people who use a wheelchair or cane. Physical disabilities are often treated like a monolith. Physical disability representation is lacking in the C-suite and executive-level positions. You probably have not seen many executives with physical disabilities, but physically disabled CEOs are changing the narrative. Mentorship is a great way to prepare physically disabled people for executive-level positions. Despite stereotypes, many physically disabled people are running companies and leading happy and successful lives. I think that starts with people with disabilities who are the kinds of people that they might want to be looking for. And find out what they need," said Eric Lupton, the CEO of Lifesaver Pool Fence Systems. He says having cerebral palsy is not holding him back from thriving in the C-suite. "I've never had a bad day because I'm the only person who gets to decide what the quality of my day is. I get to pick every day whether I thought I had a good day or a bad day," Lupton said. A lot of the language surrounding disabilities is highly offensive. From using the R word to calling people slow, having a disability is not something to be mocked or erased. If you work with an employee with a physical disability, make sure to ask them how they prefer for people to refer to them. Do not ask them offensive terms to avoid, but do a little research online to find out. If you have any friends or loved ones with physical disabilities, have conversations about how to be more inclusive in your language. Make your office accessible. This is the most important part of supporting people with disabilities in the workplace. You can start by making sure you have an alternative to stairs, including an elevator and ramps. Do some research on the Americans with Disabilities Act and what you are required to do by law. You can even hire a consultant to help to make your company and office setting more accessible. A large number of people with disabilities believe that they cannot work. I think a lot of them are wrong. I think there's a lot of people who would love to be a part of the workforce, Lupton said, and people with disabilities cannot thrive at work without an accessible office. But Wesley Hamilton, the CEO and founder of Disabled But Not Really Foundation, believes that stereotypes about people with disabilities often get in the way of having opportunities to be in an office environment in the first place. Individuals with physical disabilities are more prone to live independent lives if society perceives them as independent individuals. People see us as individuals that are sick and dependent, said Hamilton. He has been in a wheelchair since 2012. You don't know the ability when you just put the term in front of a person, but if you get to know the person, you understand disability. Source: Forbes, September 21st, 2023. The inability to mourn in community can make the grieving process more difficult and can have a lasting impact on the physical, mental, and spiritual health of any human being. Due to their confinement, incarcerated individuals are impacted by policies and practices that prevent them from mourning in community with their loved ones. In collaboration with UIC Jane Addams College of Social Work students and Northeastern Illinois University NEIU students, students of the Prison Plus Neighborhood Arts Education Project at Stateville Correctional Center will pay tribute to their departed loved ones with a community altar to be displayed at the National Museum of Mexican Art event, Dia de los Muertos, Chicago. Please join us. This is a free event featuring poetry, artwork, essays, and more, with live music and food vendors. Learn more about community grieving as a human right at the National Museum of Mexican Art, 1852 West 19th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60608, on Saturday, October 28, 2023, 3 to 8 p.m.